in employment for a period of time and reskilled.
But while Zuma's political rivals agree he delivered a positive speech, they believe it lacked detail, something the ANC says will be fleshed out in due course. Now the hard work begins, as Zuma and his cabinet try to deliver on the promises made to the nation. Leanne Jansen, E-News, Cape Town.
Well, Siphiwe Nzimande, the CEO of Business Against Crime South Africa, joins me now to talk about some of the detail in that State of the Nation address. Mr. Nzimande, good morning. Thank you very much for joining us. Not too much was said in the speech about crime specifically, and it's one of the issues that opposition parties and analysts have raised in their criticism about the lack of detail. He spoke about the renaming of the ministry to the Ministry of Police and the increasing of prosecutors and so on. What is your reaction to his comments about crime, though?
Iman, I believe that he said enough about crime. In fact, he said more than what has been said in the State of the Nation addresses that we've seen in the past. And although there is a lack of detail, but he touched on very important issues, and obviously we will see the detail coming out from the various ministries in their speeches.
So you're confident that the issue is being tackled enough? I mean, you experience the effects of crime, we would say, at the business end of things, because it is a lot of businesses that are being affected by acts of crime.
Certainly, businesses are affected by the serious and violent crimes, and so are the communities. And he touched on that. And he touched on quite a number of important things. He said we need to intensify the fight against crime. That was the first thing. The second thing was that the work on the improvement of the criminal justice system, which has already is going to be continued, and we are encouraged about that. And he said we shall put more energy and vigor into this.
Well, there was also talk yesterday in reaction to that by some of the ministers about, you know, everything not coming from the top down, that it's not only government's responsibility to do things, but it takes a partnership with society and a partnership with business. How is Business Against Crime going to take that challenge forward as well?
Business Against Crime and business in general, I mean, does two things. First of all, we assist government directly in developing solutions and then in implementing those solutions. And above that, we also mobilize businesses to respond to crime threats in a common way, and that helps to integrate the strategies and the plans to fight crime.
Well, how much is the recession, do you think, from where you affected a crime?
The recession, I mean, we haven't actually seen huge impact as a result of the recession particularly crime has not gone up as a result of it. But one should not discount that the levels of unemployment that is caused by the recession, that would make people focus on crime. People who wouldn't otherwise be willing to do crime.
Okay, but just overall now, I mean, as you say, it's really down to the work of things now, and you're expecting a lot more detail to come out in the weeks ahead. What are some of the key things that you'd like to see implemented to make your lives easier, in a sense, to kind of protect businesses even more going forward from the scourge of crime?
The first thing is that any would-be criminal needs to know that if I do crime, being arrested are going to be very high, and the chances once arrested there will be no escape. You are going to be prosecuted, you're going to be convicted, you're going to be sentenced, you're going to end up in jail. And if that is high and high enough, people would not pursue crime but would find something productive to do with their lives, and who knows, that might even better the lives of others in our society. That's number one. Number two, the president talked about border management agency that is going to be established. I mean, South Africa as a sovereign state, as a sovereign country, needs to protect itself, and it needs to manage the people coming in and out. And by so doing, I believe that the scourge of crime is going to be reduced somehow.
Okay. Well, Mr. Nzimande, thank you very much for your time, your insights this morning. We appreciate it. CEO Crime South Africa, Siphiwe Nzimande. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at all the big stories making headlines in the morning newspapers. We'll tell you what's happening in the Star this morning. Headline there, road rage case about turn. What's the story? Stay with the E! News channel.
Fort Knox, tested, tried, and trusted. Now everyone can afford a really good lock.
Tonight on the Star Report, Kate Moss discusses her impact on New York's fashion industry.
I'm just passionate about clothes, really.
World-renowned architects debate the true meaning of sustainability.
Living on a so-called eco estate, 45 minutes drive out of the city is not